The AI revolution is not like any other revolution we've ever seen. As you know, human race, humanity as a whole, whichever the country, has not been impacted by political revolutions, social revolutions, cultural revolutions. No, no. What has truly impacted human society and affected for eons, eternity, and permanently alters it are the technological, scientific, and material revolutions that have occurred. You have the Bronze Revolution, when our ancestors realized that they could use bronze as their implements. Then we had the Iron Revolution. We had the Gunpowder Revolution. We had the Seafaring Revolution, Age of Navigation. We had the Industrial Revolution. And just 20 years ago, we had maybe one of the best revolutions we've ever had, the dot com or the internet revolution, which happened in the late 90s and early 2000s, just 20 years ago. And now we have the AI revolution, which is unlike any other revolution there has ever been. The AI revolution is a different revolution from every other because every other revolution benefited humanity, and we cannot imagine to live without any of these revolutions. Can anyone today imagine to live without iron? Or, more better example, just internet. Just 20 years ago, there was no internet. Can anyone seriously live without the internet today? Impossible. Not a single soul can. Or the old, young, or the middle aged. None of them. And no wonder the internet is so popular, and it's all related fields. The IT, CS, which is the biggest demand in India right now. IT, CS, and the like. Electronics, although computer related is the greatest study. It is the biggest course that has been taught by universities in India. Such such the internet revolution, unlike the industrial revolution much before it, has benefited lives without doing much harm when it did come into place. Take the Industrial Revolution, when it came to India during the British rule. The artisans, the weavers, those who used to sew clothes, stitch clothes, in a flash, their livelihood and their income was gone. Their class was abolished. Millions of them suffered, died, perished, exterminated. That class was extinct. And you think the government came to save them? No. You think the Maharajas who were busy getting pensions from the British came to save them? No. You think the Zamindars did it? No. So you seriously think that when the AI revolution comes, that the current politicians, the current elites, the government is going to save you? No. Because the thing is, the government of India sees the people as hindrances, obstacles, mere voting numbers, mere a number on a voting ballot. Because we demand human rights, we demand people rights, we demand put people, but they demand put profit first, they demand put money first. So they see us as obstacles to their policies and their plans. That has always been the case. Because the common man, he does not have money hidden in his mattress. He does not have money hidden in the walls. He does not have hundreds of crores in Swiss bank accounts. No. When the Industrial Revolution hit, that no one saved the artisans, no one saved the weavers, and they perished in famines. But the dot-com internet revolution created millions of jobs, millions internet marketers, telemarketers, SEO, web design, article writing, blog writing, software, UI, UX, all of that, without causing any lot of damage to the old traditions. But the AI revolution is not like any revolution we've ever had, because that 20 year of heaven, that 20 year of boon or gift that the internet revolution has brought, the price is being paid now into 2020s. The AI revolution is not a revolution that will create jobs, but for the majority, is one that will remove the jobs. We humans have been number one. The only reason why we have dominated the world and why we are the most advanced in this entire universe is because we had the simple power of thinking, which nothing else could. We could think at a level. We had the intelligence that no other thing had in this world. But now that has changed. For the first time in millions of years, something smarter than us exists. Something more intelligent than us exists. Something that does what the humans do best, even better exists. And I mean by machines, artificial intelligence. We have IQs in the 90s, hundreds, 130, 60, 160. They have in the thousands. And India, which is right now trying to follow by the Made in India program, the export economies of the 1900s, late 1950s, 60s, and 70s, which China, Japan, Taiwan, and the rest did by attracting foreign and Western investors to set up their shop, their manufacturing in their countries, because the cost of labor, the cost of production was much cheaper, and that allowed those countries to develop. India is attempting to do it now with all this trying to attract foreign investment, trying to become an export economy. But India is 50 years too late. It is years late because, tell me, can a machine do something cheaper or can a human do something cheaper? Can AI do something cheaper or can a human do something cheaper? Does an AI, does a machine have a family? Does it have to pay rent? Does it have to pay food? Does it have to take holidays? Does it have to take care of its own parents? Does it need break? Does it need holidays? Does it need work days? And does it really protest in unions? No. So with the AI revolution, we can expect the robotic revolution not be far behind because now that something smarter than us exists. It will be only a matter of time before that occurs. And the future is very bright for those already on top of society, those who can harness it, those who are rich, those who are connected, those who are privileged. And for the 99%, what happened in the Industrial Revolution to the artisans, weavers, you can expect worse than that. Because AI is not here to create new jobs like new jobs were created in the Industrial Revolution. No, it's here to take jobs. Because, as you all remember, the British paid pension to the Maharajas and the Zamindars, as long as they got the rent, they didn't give a damn what was happening to the people. Those two could not give a damn. And we live in even worse, more oppressive time than the British government and their Zamindars and dummy Maharajas. Here, instead of the British, it is international multi-conglomerates. To them, profit and money is the first and most concern. And here, the political elite, the rich, are like the Zamindars and Maharajas. They will be supported. They will always have a safety net. They have the connections. But what about me and you? None of that. What's going to happen to those millions of students right now studying IT, computer science? What's going to happen to them? And we're going to take care of them? No. And to think manual labor also will be a safe choice. No. Because we know that AI, due to the AI will spearhead the robotic revolution, and that is not a very far time from now. What's happening is that the future is heading into hard times. We have seen this trend from the 2020s, more wars, increasing wealth inequality, more unemployment, increasing polarization. These are all signs that we are entering into the hard times. And the common man, the woman selling diyas on the road, the old man with the talagadi selling bananas, pineapples, the office worker who works for a measly 24,000 per month but works the whole day, even after his 5 o'clock is over. The boss bombards him with hundreds of emails to get him to do this PPT, to get him to do that, reply to this email, when he's unable to spend any time with his children. Who's going to save them? And them is the majority of the population, me and you. No one. We have no backup. We have no Swiss bank accounts. We have no money in the mattress. We have no money in the walls. The thing is, Because human history has always been fluctuating between times of prosperity and times of hardship. We invented the government. The government exists to put the people's interests at first, to put the person's interests at first, to put the interests of the Talgadi man first, to put the interests of the office worker first. It was never created to protect the elite. It was never created to make it an economic machine whose sole goal is more profit and profit and profit and money. No. The purpose of society, the purpose of government, why we allow this government the right to exist. Because remember, we the people have given permission for the government to exist. We are the ones who created it. We controlled it. We chose and we invented this government to serve us. But what is happening is that the government has been building the society revolving around money, profit instead of us, common man. That's why we have entered hard times. For again, we are left without no safety net, which the government was supposed to be. The government was supposed to represent the people's interest. And these public officials who are politicians, can they really be called public officials? They were elected for the reason of representing us and protecting us from the rich, the powerful, and elite and the selfish, the public officials. We gave them that power, we gave them that authority. But can they have stooped any lower? Can they have twisted and been the antithesis of the word public officials anymore? These are the same men who stole our tax money, hide it in mattresses, walls, and in Swiss bank accounts. And what do you think is going to happen when the hard times come? You think they're going to come and represent the people after stealing crores of rupees? No. They're going to take a flight right to the Bahamas and to the Caribbean and escape. They can escape. They have an escape route. We cannot escape. Things are hard. Things are bleak. But things do not have to go on this way. Things do not have to be nihilistic. And things are not heading to a dystopian future. No. Because remember, the future is created by us. Whether that future is heaven or hell, that is up to us. The people, the common man, the mass majority, not the rich, not the elite, not the selfish, not the privileged. No, they are just a minority of society. We choose which direction humanity goes in, and we will always choose that side of humanity which ensures best life, quality, fairness, and righteousness for every single human, irrespective of his financial ability, irrespective of his power, irrespective of whether he works in a company earning lakhs and crores of rupees every month while being indifferent to a common man who sleeps under a bridge. No, we will ensure society is ruled as per dharma, is ruled as per righteousness, fairness, and justice. That's the direction we must go. But we must realize that we have no power alone. I alone have no power. You alone have no power. We do not have power. But together, the common man, like we have always done against any oppressive tyrant, we must unite, we must come forward and overcome this caste, religion, and all these petty divisions that leave us fighting for the scraps at the bottom of the barrel, while those on top, to them, these divisions don't exist. The only division is those on top and those at the bottom. We at the bottom must realize that we can make this society a better place. And this coming revolution does not need to be bad, does not need to be how experts predict it to be as horrendous. No. We must demand a change, we must demand a reform. And to do this, we must unite. We have united in thousands of years to defeat the British, the Delhi Sultanates, the Huns, the Greeks, all of them, all the oppressors, all the tyrants. We have thrown them out when we were united. Yes, I alone have no power. The fisherman at the Coromandel coast has no power. The woman, old woman selling bananas outside the street has no power. But together, each and every single one of us are pieces, and together we are strong. We are a strength. We can bring about change. So it's time for us to unite, not bicker and fight and be divided at the bottom of the barrel. But no, we must come together and demand and ensure that a safe future for our children and ourselves is in store for us. Remember, we're all in this together, and it is up to me and you to change the fate of this nation, to make the world a better place, to make India the golden bird it once was. Once again, it is up to us to unite, and it is up to us to secure a better future for our children and ourselves, a better future for all to come.